face getting clearer. The past is gone. It went by like dust to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay.
With a bomb. Face off at one, but Eagle scores! Ace McCullough! What a way to get your first! Hartland a shot! Scores! Jacob Hartland! First in the queue!
And no shot in front. Rodeo scores!
I drove for 12, 13 hours.
Oh, same. We are building, so our families are all here, the whole families. So, fun experience. So,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, have fun.
Nice talking to you.
Yes, you as well.
Good luck. Just chatting with one of the parents, and the Detroit team are staying with billets, Evan. Kind of a neat experience.
I wouldn't think, well, Detroit would be a bit of a drive to here as well.
It's about the same distance, 12, 13 hour drive.
Yeah.
It's a different highway, of course. We're live here on CBSN. Big game against Detroit Compuware and our Cape Breton Junior Eagles.
Little pin exchange to start things off.
Evan, of around 8 teams. Eagles look fired up there on the bench. Start the exhibition game in Quebec.
You don't really know what to expect, but we'll soon find out.
Face-off, Orchard fans on it. That's a speedy. The speeds are down all over the net. Quick chance by, excuse me, Detroit. Orkish is hauled down, looking for the call. Sauce pass over to Cronin. That was Cronin earlier with the chance. Reynolds, 19 back there for Detroit. Watching him is Orkish. Well fired. Goes to the neutral zone. Long cradles the puck now. Has a head up looking for Orkish. Crisp pass onside shot. That just goes wide. Up the blocker of Vindiger. The goalie for Detroit. Now Detroit will dump it in behind Williams. There's Perry there first. Pressure from LeBlanc. 44 of Detroit. Detroit on the forecheck. There's Perry back together right now. Spins and turns away. Backhands it up to McKenzie. Sidesteps his check, then fans on it as he has pressure from the captain from Detroit. Sauce pass over to Perry, up to Reginato. That's blocked by Doyle. Doyle tries to feed Tate. That hates escape, but ends up in the stick of Tate. Now, Roberts out front, he blocks that puck, rimmed around to McKenzie's side. He's waiting there for it. Just bobbles off his stick as the defenseman pinches. Perry misses it. Good forecheck here by the Detroit team. Rimmed around again, met McKenzie there. Whoa, a hard collision as Detroit player was flying in there. That was 98. McKenzie grabs his stick. That's Vickers getting worked over there by 98 of Detroit. In to help is Reginato. Here comes Detroit trying to bring it out front of Williams. Now Vickers is hauled down. Away comes McKenzie for the Junior Eagles. McKenzie, nice move to get around number 77 McDonald. Now McKenzie takes in 93 from behind, and he'll be going for two for a cross check. Made a nice play at the line, but a little too aggressive in the numbers. And he'll sit for two on the cross check.
We do have a stop clock so far on this game, or maybe just stopping for penalties. I know the last exhibition game, the clock was running 3:15, so not quite sure yet what they're going to do for this game.
Well, the clock says 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first. Detroit go to the first power play right now. Dunham gets his stick lifted. Ripped off the boards to McDonald. He turns. Hawkins is waiting for it. That's Cronin. Steps up. Cradles that one. Nice play into Leahy. Eagles block it. Trying to get it out. Detroit pressing. Needing control here. Oh, big hit there by Douceman as the Detroit player turns. Detroit do get control. They slow it down. That's Hawkins. Rink wide. Over to the point. That's blocked by Guthrall. Guthrall will shoot it down on Vindiger. He'll turn that one aside. 53 for Detroit. As they break out, this is Cronin, number 13 games. The Eagles line has a delay right there. Opens up some space, fires a shot on Williams, turns that one aside easily. Now it's under a minute to go here in the minor to McKenzie. Schmidt, Detroit will fire it on line. Douceman will eat that right in the Eagles logo. Guthrall, Douceman go for a change. Out comes Roberts and Long. Up comes Boyle, touch pass. Now it's into the stick of Long. He'll turn and fire, bank it off the boards. Back to Schmidt. Good kill by the Eagles. Orkish pressing deep, gets picked by Schmidt. He'll turn it up the ice right now. It's 57 Doyle. Drops it for Howe. Howe, number 9, goes in, shot. Look at this. Roberts off his body right now. Eagles don't get it out. Schmidt gets it on net. That's a wobbler towards Williams. Williams sees it. Here comes the captain. Cronin shot off the leg. Doyle tried to swipe at that. And that was open for a while, but the Eagles somehow escaped. Still no score here. Hard hit down there by McKinnon as Howe comes over the line. He was looking for 57, Levi goes the other way, working 1-on-2. Levi slap shot. That's kicked aside by Vindiger. Stepping up, big collision by Vickers and the Detroit player. Levi down low. So that just hopped over the stick of Orkish. Now it's on to Orkish. Orkish muscling two Detroit players. Tic-tac-toe, it's in the net for Nate McKinnon! And he scores the game's first goal here at 9:41.
Eagle were under pressure in their own net, able to come back to their top line out. Passing the puck behind Detroit net. McKinnon wide open in front, no one had him. He's able to put that over the goaltender to get the Eagles on board early here. 1-0.
Special teams go to work once again here for the Eagles. Now it'll be Reginato, McKinnon, and McKenzie. Start off this shift here. 9 minutes to go in the first. It's Reginato, has McKenzie wide, 2-on-1. Over to McKenzie, just off of his stick as McKenzie gets pushed off the puck and knocked down. Good pass by Reginato. Chance by the Eagles. Now Perry turns. We'll rip it off the boards again. We'll force Taylor of Detroit to go back and regroup. Reginato bothering him. There's McKenzie up off of his stick. Perry intended for McKenzie. That goes off the pants of Taylor. Number 14 for Detroit. Down McKenzie he comes. Reginato, McKenzie go for a change. Long shift there. Now it's Leary in the slot. Leary will fire over the net. Williams lets that one go. Eiking to the puck first. That's popped off someone's stick and out front of Williams. Cloud back to Douchman. Douchman over to his D partner Guthrow. Guthrow rims it over to McLeod. Oh, nice move here by Cronin. Down low, nice feed shot. Oh, just wide. Detroit coming closer. That was Cronin. Another good chance. Back come the Eagles. McLeod will dump a long one in. On it right now is LeBlanc. McDonald turns and fires a long one up the wing. It's knocked down by number 19. In comes the forechecker. Evander Levi. Stepping up is Eiking. He hustles back. Good read by Orkish as he come off the bench. Eiking gone for a change now. It ends up on the goal scorer stick, Nate McKinnon. Hard pass up to Levi. Has Orkish. Levi dump a slap shot in. It's at the line. McKinnon does keep it in, but here's Cronin now. Showing earlier signs of, but now back the other way off a good poke. Oh, Vindiger will cover up the tricky shot. It looked like Cronin was going the other way, but off a good poke check there, Eagles made a chance out of it. Face-off won by Detroit. They will try and break out. Long reads it up the center. Tate whacks at it. Detroit stay onside. Dished off to the point. They dump it low. Number 16 there of Detroit. Cycle down low. Long. McKinnon battling in there. Back to Hawkins. 53. He'll send it on net. That's tried. Almost tipped there on Williams. McKinnon ties up his man. Back to the point here. Detroit pressing hard. High one over the net. That just grazed the crossbar. McKinnon takes a slash and he drops. And Detroit will serve a stick infraction as McKinnon takes one off the fingers, I believe. .544 left here in the first period. CBSN with the international crew in this week.
Bilingual broadcast, n'est-ce pas?
Happy to bring you this live. Mackenzie, Reginato, Levi out there for the Eagles power play unit with Orkish, Guthrow on the point. Now sent the length of the ice here. Pressure by Detroit. Guthrow comes away with it. Taylor, Detroit, upends Guthrow. Forces the Eagles to regroup behind Williams. Eagles stationary right now. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Out comes Orkish. Orkish will just chip it in now off the glass. And chip back to Guthrow. Eagles trying to get something going here. Guthrow over the line. Mackenzie down low. Orkish still holding. Leaves a soft one for Orkish. Back to Guthrow. Guthrow tried a shot, and that was Leahy. Took a few steps. And the clock has been running for about 12, 15
Detroit
seconds.
parents yelling for the clock to stop because apparently they like being on the penalty kill. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, Guthrow wins it. Over to Levi, down low, top of the circle. Levi fans on it. Mackenzie, that was Reginato wheeling and firing. Off a Detroit leg. Mackenzie blows a tire. Loses it down low, gets stuck in his skates. He ends up with it right now. Mackenzie was looking for Guthrow. Now over to Orkish. Controlling on the half wall. Back to Orkish. Guthrow was going the other way. Aggressive play by Leahy. Orkish waiting for it now. All even right now. Mackenzie out front. It's Reginato tried to take it out. Back come Detroit. Good back check by the line of Mackenzie. Reginato, Orkish. There's Mackenzie, Reginato. And referee's arm is up again. Goalie goes to the bench, that's Vinegard. There's a heater over Williams' shoulder. Stepping up is 44, Detroit. 6 on 5 now, delayed penalty. As they straddle the line, shoot a weak one in, that just grazed by Williams. Out front now. Pressure right now by Detroit. Hard pass back to 19, McDonald, 79, that's what happened. He'll fire one wide, taken down, no call. Crowd wants a call there.
Eagles touch the puck. Had almost a minute on that power play before it even started. Scott, now another 2 minutes to go.
It's Mackenzie in there. He'll serve his second liner. 2:40 to go here in the first period. Detroit back on the power play. Eagles swipe it out to center. Jenkins, number 20. He'll turn. Out comes Doyle. He'll wrist one in. Perry back there. Rimming it hard around. Jenkins steps up on the wall. Blocks. Puck and keeps it in. There's Vickers. He thought about ripping it. And a smart play by Perry. He sees the hole and rips it down the ice. 30 seconds gone. Detroit trying to break out now. Good step up is McLeod as he reads the cross ice pass from Detroit defenseman. Jenkins trying to feed Tate. It's a little too far for Tate. Up comes LeBlanc. 1 minute gone here. And Jordy Vickers will ice the puck here. That one will float lazily down. 45 seconds left to go. Long stretch pass over to Thompson. 88 picks it up. He gains center. Now over shot. Oh, good save off the blocker of Jacob Williams as he gets run over. And there's Williams. Stands his ground as Thompson came over and ripped it.
Interference penalty on the play, Scott.
Four on four here, 1:08 to go. Eagles up by 1. Detroit
It's going to
will
be icy.
ice this one. Thompson hustling after it, but no chance as the clock is running down again.
I'm not sure how the clock works. Sometimes it stops, sometimes it doesn't. Now we're on the
Okay,
power
we're back
play.
anyway. 30 seconds to go in the first. Levi tried a backhand pass. Now it's LeBlanc. Turns, protects LeBlanc, steps up, shoots. Vinegar grabs that with the glove. And this period will count down. On run time. McKinnon, the goal scorer there, Evan, in the first for the Eagles. Eagles playing a solid game so far. Initially, the Detroit team came out with a little more jump, a little more forecheck, but the game seemed to settle down here, and both goalies saw some action, and Eagles up by 1.
Detroit probably had the margin in shots in that period, but they just weren't quite as accurate, missing the net a few times and didn't capitalize on the chances that they did have, but that might not last all game, so still very close. Hopefully the Eagles can take advantage of the rest of this power play.
.52 seconds up on the clock. Vinegar heads back to his net. Williams set on the other side. Reginado right there with LeBlanc and Orkish. That's pressure from Cronin. Cronin has some wheels. In on Guthrow. Upends Guthrow as he falls. Long pass up to LeBlanc, who leaves it for Reginado. Reginado protects, tried to feed it to. That was Orkish. Levi directing traffic there from the left side. Directed back to Levi. Now Cronin working one-on-one against Guthrow. Good play by Guthrow, but better play by Cronin over to Leahy. Oh, and an even better play by Jacob Williams as he stuffs Leahy on the nice feed from Cronin.
Williams sharp so far in this game, Scott. Saved a few goals.
Cronin up with it on the scramble change. Here they come. Good play by Levi. As he's responsible in his own zone here. 13:55 to go in the second. Good action here. The Breton Eagles against the Detroit Compuware. Shot in on Williams. That's blocked by Douchman. That's 5 or 6 shots now blocked by the Eagles defense.
The Eagles in trouble. They only have one defenseman on the ice right now.
Pressure now. That's kicked out by the right pad of Williams at the line. That's just straddled. That's kept onside. And on Williams, turned away by Levi. LeBlanc will shoot the puck into the Detroit bench. And I believe, Evan, we're going to have a run clock. $13 even left to go here in the second. McLeod, McKinnon, Orkish out there at center. As the Eagles adjust their lines, put them back together. This is Jenkins now for Detroit. Doyle swipes at that. Perry bumps Doyle. Rims it around to McLeod, number 8 of the Eagles. In there to hack at it is Orkish. Over to McKinnon. Tried to take that one on his backhand. Perry there. Quickly over to Vickers. Up to McLeod. Good pressure from McDonald from Detroit. All over McLeod. Vinegard will decide to jump on it and hold it for a whistle here with 12 minutes to go in the second. Live action here on CBSN. Eagles preparing for their game tomorrow morning at the Videotron Center. This will be a good test. Back come Detroit. They try to jump out of the zone really quickly. That just floats the length of the ice. Linesman waved that off. Detroit in, and now this is Rockoff, 21. Back to number 13, 93, Taylor. Now Eiking. Hard pass up to McKinnon. McKinnon tried to dance around number 53, the assistant captain for Detroit. Detroit back on the move here. This is Thompson.
Nice back check by McLeod there.
Thompson was picked by McLeod. Now it's 21. Big slap shot from the captain. That's upended now. Eiking the other way. This is Leahy back. Eiking. And Leahy with a good recovery there as Eiking had other plans. McLeod turns up to Kidder. This is number 98 Kidder. He's poked by Roberts. Spencer Long behind his own zone, dangerously out front. Almost gets picked by Leahy. Long, a nice pass up to Orkish, who receives it, and a nice play by number 14, but he will serve some time. It was a little too much. Couldn't get away with the third one.
Yeah, a little too much stick action there. Orkish coming in, tied up. And the Detroit defenseman is going to serve 2 for that.
That's Thompson. Number 14, Thompson, will sit for 2. The Eagles look to increase their lead. Good draw there by Reginato. Poke back to the point, got throw down low now to Orkish. Eagles trying to settle this one down. The aggressive kill now, that's Cronin. Now here comes Jenkins up there on the force on the kill. Good play by Jenkins. As McKinnon takes a stick, Jenkins still working him over. Now 2-on-1 play now. Eagles do come away with it. That's Orkish looking for an opening here. There's Orkish looking for Reginato. Reginato down to Levi. Levi steps in, backhand. Had the right idea. Just didn't get there. Detroit doing a good job here on the kill. Eagles work it down low. Minute 14. This is Reginato. That one didn't get through. Reginato chops out. This puck will get out. Reynolds forcing Levi. He'll dish it back to. Oh, this one will be blown offside. As McKinnon had the right play. Reginato was wheeling in, but that was offside by a foot or so.
First power play line for the Eagles. Had a few chances so far this game, not really able to get things going. The Detroit PK is pretty aggressive. They prefer that passive box where they can move around a bit more, but they're being challenged when they have the puck.
Kenzie, McLeod, and LeBlanc are the Eagles out there up front. Long with Vickers. Vickers with pressure from Howell. McLeod tried to dance down Boyle. McLeod will dump it down. Kenzie down low. He's trying to get there. Detroit player there first. Now it's Vickers. Turning again. Cross side. Vickers pressured by 57. Boyle all over him. There's Vickers hauled down. Leighton.
Looked like another one to me, Scott.
Leighton. Regardless, Eagles on their heels. They recover. Now it's McKenzie. McKenzie just about sprung now the other way. Williams turns out aside by the right pad. The Eagles tired here at the end of a shift. Good pressure now by Detroit. Hard battle by McKenzie. In comes Long. Takes his man. Captain comes out back to Schmidt. He'll fire one that's deflected. Goes over the net. Williams watch that one go by.
Eagles need to dump that puck, Scott. They're exhausted out there.
There comes Detroit. Over on the left point. Schmidt, he'll send one on net. That's seen all the way by Williams. Blocker down. Vickers needs the whistle. Vickers and McKenzie in there trying to pin the puck here with 7:10 left. And they finally get a whistle. And they need some new wings out there, Ev.
Yeah, lucky break there. They were under a whole lot of pressure from Detroit after that power play.
Now Vinegard heads out of the pipes, allowing one goal. And Simpson, number 31, will come in for Detroit. Now the Eagles try and break it out. This is Taylor. They'll rip it down low behind Williams. First one there is Guthrow. He's pressured by number 98, Kidder. That's a squeaker out front. Eagles, little miscommunication. You get it, you get it. Now they come out the other way. Jumps over McKinnon's stick. McKinnon, little dish hit. Give and go here. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon in the slot there, giving it back. Oh, good save by Simpson. He's tested early. Welcome to the pipes, Simpson. Good save by the Detroit goalie. Douchman trying to knock that one down. 98 all over him. Guthrow deep in the corner. Eiking. Douchman down there. McKinnon. Out to Eiking. Has Regimato over the line. He'll shoot a soft one down there on Simpson. Now McKinnon steps up. 5:30 to go in the second. Eagles up by 1. Detroit looking for a long pass up to the Guthrow. You're capping the Guthrow. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. Roberts up to Orkish, has a step on Rockoff. Orkish beats Rockoff. Shot. Oh, that's off the blocker or the glove of Simpson. As Orkish had a step on number 21, Rockoff. Orkish behind the net, centers. So does Levi's stick. Now Reynolds for Detroit has 13, Cronin. Cronin makes a move on Roberts, beats his man. Oh, and a shot and off the left shoulder of Jacob Williams. Cronin made a nifty play at the top of the circle. Williams, solid again. One now by Detroit. It's McDonald over to Reynolds. Jenkins. Detroit out front. Levi there again with a nice defensive play. He lifts the stick of number 9, the captain of the Detroit squad. That's number 9, Hal. Levi bails out his team with a good defensive effort in their own zone. Now, Eagles win it. Perry goes the other way to McLeod, who's picked off and read by McDonald. He'll float one on net. And there's Williams with the push and the grab. And we'll line up again here with 3:15 to go. Second. Eagles up by 1. Hitter, this is Thompson, back to Thompson. Cross ice over to LeBlanc. That's blocked by McLeod. LeBlanc trying to tie up McLeod. Has LeBlanc for the Eagles on the other side going in. 14, Thompson. Quick pass now. Kidder waiting for it. 98, Kidder gets to the top of the circle. That's Thompson, shot, and that's blocked by Williams. Detroit coming close. Thompson. Gypsy Doodle at the line. Good play by McLeod. At the line there too. Close play. Look at this, Brady McKinnon in front. Turns and gets tripped. Back come 3 white shirts. This is Taylor leading the attack. Has Thompson with him. Eagles get it all the way up. It's up to Orkish on a breakaway. Back comes Thompson. Orkish. He shoots and fires wide. Orkish. And some time. And look at this. That just beats Simpson. After Orkish misses the breakaway, the shot on net, innocently enough, just trickles through.
Orkish fires that to net, hoping for something to happen. Off the skate of the defensive Detroit player. And looked like Brady able to tap that in behind the sprawling goaltender. And even though the Eagles seem to be getting a little outplayed here, they're up 2-0 late in the second period.
That's Brady McKinnon's first international goal, Evan. First international point.
Yes, sir.
And we're back to action here, 2-0. Over to Rockoff. 21, he'll dump it in deep behind Williams. Forechecker 23 from Detroit comes in there hard. Battling against Eagles defense. Rockoff deep in the zone. Play behind Williams now. Puck picked away now by Detroit players. Levi will settle it down. Cross ice to Orkish. That just goes over the tip of his stick. But there's Guthrie to hustle in. Now have Orkish with a 2-on-1. He just ran out of real estate. 40 seconds left to go here in the second. This is Reynolds through center. He's picked off by McKinnon. Reynolds will rip it in behind Williams. Douchman there loses his stick. But fortunate enough, Detroit went for a change. Now, out comes Guthrie. Nice play at the center ice line. Gain some time and he'll dump it deep. McKinnon down there, that's reversed by Reynolds. Detroit just content to run the clock out here as McKenzie's watching number 79 rather. That's McDonald. And this one will go to the third with the Eagles up by 2, Ev.
Yeah, again, Detroit with lots of pressure, lots of chances and shots. Just not finding the back of the net. Williams playing great for County. No ice cleaning. We're just going to go straight into the third period here. Both teams coming into this, you don't know what you're going to get in an international tournament. Both teams, play at the AAA level in their own leagues, and then they get qualified into different levels when they come here. There's 4 different levels between AAA and BB. Detroit in the AA Elite division, and the Eagles in the AA division. So pretty close matchup here. And for Eagles, you got to feel good about this game so far.
Eagles making a goaltending change here, Ev. Chase Tanner will come off the bench, jump in the pipes for the third. And Tanner will see some action against this Detroit team. McKinnon, Reginato, McKenzie out there for the Eagles. That's chipped off the wall. Has McKenzie and Reginato. Reginato over to McKenzie. That's just behind him. He can't caress that one. That was on McKenzie's backhand. Now back to Gato. That's Jake Roberts rather. He'll flow one towards the net. Number 73. McKinnon reels and fires. Now, oh, big collision. McKenzie, he'll one-time it as McDonald takes down Reginato. 45 seconds into the first, or the third period, rather. Eagles going to the man advantage again. That's 79 McDonald for the Detroit team. Reginato with the face-off. Now it's 88, back to 77. Give and go, big numbers, and they score on a pretty one from Orkish to Guthrie.
Eagles power play. Several of them so far this game. Able to get something going here quickly. Give and go. Guthrie to Orkish, back to Guthrie. He gets in the slot. Makes no mistake about it. Eagles with a little bit of a comfortable lead now, 3-0.
Nice goal there by the Eagles. Guthrie beats Simpson, low glove. Back the other way. Taylor in it for Detroit. Takes a funny bounce off the glass. Scooped out LeBlanc from Detroit. Gloves that one down. 98 looking for it in center ice. Thompson behind him. Dug away by Vander Levi. It's 44 LeBlanc. Crisp pass over to 98. Taylor just about stays onside. And that's offside by a skate blade. Detroit were starting to wheel that up the other end. Viking, McLeod, and LeBlanc. Hawkins with it now, 53, floats one in. Good block by McLeod, off his shins. That puck does not get through. Here's Cronin. Having a good game all day today. 19 Reynolds turns. Reynolds is small but shifty, and now we have a holding call against Jordy Vickers. Detroit will try their luck at the power play now. They'll go with Leahy.
Could be the CBSN turning point, Scott. If the Eagles can withstand this power play, 3-goal lead, you got to think the chances of winning this game look pretty good.
I agree, Evan, and you know as well as I do, every team certainly wants to earn the CBSN turning point.
Play of the game.
All right, back to the power play. It's Reynolds. Nice work down there by LeBlanc. Over to 21. This is Simpson. The goaltender stops this. Now LeBlanc turns, falls, as Reginato all over him. Up the boards to Reynolds. Reynolds chips it by McKinnon. Up to Cronin. Has Leahy up back to Reynolds in the slot. Dishes it off to 44 LeBlanc. LeBlanc will shoot one down. Easily traced by Tanner. And the Eagles will rip it off the boards. That'll travel the length of the ice. Simpson settles it, leaves it for Bitchkov. That's Reynolds now. Takes it over the line. Boyle floating in there. Over to Cronin. Cronin, quick shot. That doesn't get through. Protected there by Perry. He'll turn and fire. Clear the puck to safety. Detroit will ice the puck. That was a close one there. Linesman on the opposite side called that one. Just under 10 minutes to go here. Eagles up by 3. Eagles will be even as soon as the puck is dropped. In an Iking Douchman. Puck won cleanly now by Detroit. It's Tate. Tate with one too many handles, just loses that one. Clear now. McDonald will try a shot. Blocked by Levi. Back comes Levi and McKinnon. Levi tried a shot to get it on net. Didn't get through. Hawkins turns over to McDonald. McDonald up the ice quickly. Over to the captain, Howe. Howe turns, delays. There's no one there. Good coverage by the Eagles as they turn up the ice. It's Douchman. Smart play to gain center ice and dump it in. He looks at the bench. 8:50 left. 53. Hard pass up to Howe. Howe has Kidder with him. Now Boyle. Doyle going to the net. Puck shot on Tanner. He'll guide that one behind. There's Guthrow. Buying a bit of time here. Puck up to Levi. Taylor fresh off the bench. Presses him. Schmidt in there behind Simpson. Good touch pass up to Taylor as he loses it. Detroit were on the move there on the breakout. Now behind Tanner. Chipped over to Williams. Now McKenzie has it. Has a nice pass up to Reginato. Close play at the line there as the Eagles do touch it. Crowd was thinking something else. Now Kidder down. Tries to bait Tanner.
I don't think the new player was on the ice yet. Why that wasn't called too many men.
Now the other way, it's Reginato. That just gets caught up in his skates. Leaves it now for McKenzie. Orkish straddles the line. There goes McKenzie around Thompson. Working hard against the Detroit player. McKenzie loses his stick. Over Cronin's stick. Now Vickers chasing the rolling puck. Just drops it back there to Cronin. That ends up in his feet. Oh, shot. That's off of Perry. He takes that one hard in the chest.
A lot of blocks in this game by the Eagles.
Big play for Perry. Now as Cronin winds up. There comes Cronin over the line. Now top of the circle. Low. Looking for pass. Scramble in front of Tanner. Eagles get the puck to safety. Now Leahy. Down low to Cronin. Cross ice. Had Thompson in his sights. 6:30 to go. Center Perry. There he is again. Chops it out. Does knock it out. Tanner blocks that shot from Rockoff. Rockoff pressed by Levi. Levi shoots the high one off the glass. It does get by Rockoff. Cronin and Leahy stay out. 6:15 left here. Thompson stops. Detroit have to be thinking they need to get one right here, right now. There's Cronin working 1-on-4. Reynolds will chip it behind Tanner. Douchman there to go the other way. The crowd sticks at it. Hawkins chips it in. Iking ends up with it deep in the Eagle zone. Turns, now gives it to Douchman up to McLeod. Hawkins tried to turn to keep that in. D to D now over to Thompson. Thompson, number 14, onside play, has Howe trailing him. Thompson down at the goal line, lays it out front there. There's Guthrow. Pick that, now it's picked out of the air at Guthrow's pass. Howe turns, wheels, centers. That does not get through. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins shot on net. That just goes by Tanner. Detroit with pressure here. 5 to go. It's the Eagles Iking. Backhand pass, a little too far up for LeBlanc. Thompson whacks at that. Up to Hal. Now Eagles will change.
It'll be a high stick.
Four and a half minutes here. Left to go. Eagles get set up. It's McKinnon taking his place. Puck is won by Reginato. Back to the point. McKenzie in there. Thompson in there battling. Taylor, McKenzie. Now Thompson looking to turn. Has a step on Long. Bodies out Long. This is Thompson, top of the circle. Thompson in on Tanner. That's off the post and into the netting. With 4 minutes even left. Thompson, good shift.
Detroit can't understand why they haven't been able to get on the board yet. All the chances of shots they've had, just not putting it in the right spot.
Eagles keeping Detroit to the outside, Ev. Doing a nice job of keeping the pucks out of the lanes here towards the net. Now McKenzie drops, gets back up. McDonald turns, leaves it for his man, number 98. McKinnon. Now this is Taylor, number 93 in. Tanner comes out to challenge. Tanner again. Loose puck. Eagles will clear it to safety. McDonald down there has a look over his shoulder. Thompson wants it at center. And Kidder will be going for misconduct. I missed that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, Scott. We were looking down the other end there. There's a stick on the ice. I don't know if he got tangled up or.
Tanner's goal stick was out of his hand. And looks like there's 2 up on the board there for unsportsmanlike.
He was putting out the power play line up 3-0 here with 3 minutes left.
Reginato, McKinnon, Levi. Orkish back there with Guthrow on the point. That's Guthrow steps up. Orkish moves in. Guthrow again. And Guthrow was looking to do damage again, this time against Simpson.
That'll be the end of the power play.
All even here as the Eagles take a minor.
It's going to be icing. We're on 4 here. Although with a running clock, maybe that's not a bad strategy.
Empty net here now for Detroit as they have to go for it.
Ready to go.
Cronin. In there now, Guthrow. Chips it over to Orkish. Back to Douchman, has some time now. Levi on the boards now, Orkish. Last man back against McDonald. Orkish will ice this one on the backhand. The Eagles will win.
Empty net exhibition play here, but Detroit wanted to try to get into this game. The empty net. Bogus with a little backhander seals the deal.
Line up here now at the last minute of play.
Eagles just got to try to get a shutout now.
Uh-oh.
You have little faith.
Back to play. Here it comes Tate. Tate spins. He's contained now by Douchman. Douchman down low, battling hard. Pins his man against the wall. He takes care of Doyle. On comes Reynolds. They'll rip it down the ice. Line some signals for icing. That's waved off at the other end. 40 seconds to go here in the game. LeBlanc, hard work down low on the left side, hash marks. That's dug away by Reynolds. He'll come back. This is Thompson. Thompson by McKinnon. With some speed, Thompson still hustling down the right side. Cross crease pass. That just rolls over Reynolds' stick. They play to pass it up to McKinnon by LeBlanc. There's Reginato, steals it in his feet somehow. He'll rip it wide. 5 seconds to go. The Eagles celebrate 4-0 victory here. Jacob Williams coming up third with the shutout. And Tanner in for the third to solidify the win for his team. It's a good momentum builder, Evan, for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, good early start to this tournament as the Eagles were playing up against a AA elite team, so they got to feel good going into their first scheduled tournament game tomorrow. It's against the local Quebec City team.
Great experience here for both teams.
Detroit, though, they really dominated the most of the game. They just couldn't capitalize on their chances, couldn't find the back of the net. Eagles able to block some shots, make some nice saves, and they should feel good with their play as well. And sometimes you see this the luck of the draw, and
the Eagles did a great job, Ev, of jamming up the middle there and keeping pucks away from their goaltenders. Defense were solid today. It was nice to see. They did a great job.
Well, that's it for us, Scotty.
All right, we'll be back in a day or two right here on CBSN.